Hello, everyone. I'm back again. Today's episode or today's podcast will be about Gareth Soloway. He's a chief marketing strategist in the moneystocks.com, and he also run verified investing crypto courses on trading. So he's a pro trader and an expert, I would say, and then very nice human being. I met him in Dubai, and he was very kind to come onto my podcast. So we had this podcast yesterday, and it was tremendous amount of knowledge and power pack, which I want you all to listen to. And then I'll tell you more about Gareth. Is most of his, when Bitcoin was going up to 100, when people were saying that when we were in bull market that Bitcoin is going to touch $100,000, and he was saying that he was against it. He said it will drop back to 20,000. It did. So that kind of expertise, and let's listen what happened yesterday.
It was a good question. If not a trader, what would you have been, Gareth? I mean, we'll start off on a light note.
So if I wasn't a trader, what would I been?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that question. I was just telling my wife the other day that if I wasn't a trader, I would have been a detective. I'm fascinated, and I think this comes from the charts too. Is you're basically a detective every single day when you study charts. You're looking for signals. You're looking for clues, essentially. And so if I wasn't, I would have been a detective, and I would have been fascinated with forensics and all of that stuff today.
So you love challenges, that means.
Yes, absolutely. You gotta conquer the challenges. Plus, it works your mind, right? And I think for all of us is that there's so many things like social media and TV, and all of it does is it just lets you relax your mind, and it's not working your mind. And I think the best traders in the world are ones that are constantly trying to figure things out and challenging themselves.
So I'll start up with my questions actually. So it said we have been said that everybody was saying that 2023 is going to be a recession. Hold cash. That's the best strategy. But whereas January started up with such a big spike and never expected, and then everybody has to get into a FOMO, because for a long-term investor he cannot keep looking at charts. And but looking at the macroeconomy, we can see that Facebook is laying employees. Amazon is doing job cuts, and then on top of that, inflation is still there, and Fed is also keep on increasing rate hikes. So what do you think? Are we going to see a soft landing, or is it a short-term bullish momentum, or how is this 2023 is going to play out?
Yeah, so number one, I think we all have to know that going into a January, there's something called the January effect, and essentially what happens is that people have losses in 2022 and they want to offset gains, so that you end up selling your losers for tax purposes in 2022 in December, which depresses a lot of stocks. What then happens in January is that those sellers are now done, so there's this inevitable kind of rally that takes place. Now, I think the rally caught a lot of people off guard and a lot of shorts off guard, and you started to see a short squeeze to the upside, and that kind of built on itself. And we've seen stocks like Coinbase going up well over 100% in January, short squeezes and just this meteoric kind of revisiting of 2021 euphoria. My fear is that people are kind of believing it's 2021 again, when printing money was constant, interest rates were near zero, and they're not taking into account that times are different now. And so I think that for me, I look at this and I do think that we will hit a recession, but probably in the late second half of 2023. Part of the reasoning for not hitting it so fast is that you have this kind of mental ability from investors, retail, that COVID's over, they're spending money, they spent down all the money they saved, but now they're going back into credit card debt. And I think that's going to take a little while before they have to put on the stops, right? And you're right, you mentioned Amazon's laying off people, Google, Facebook, or Meta. They're all the bigger companies are starting to lay off people, which is the kind of the shot across the bow, in my opinion, where you will eventually see this trickle all the way down through Main Street and start to affect the economy in a negative way. So it's just a long process. I mean, this is the tricky thing about it, is that you have a lot of wealth that was kind of put aside during COVID. It takes a lot of time for that to kind of get through, but eventually we will see a recession.
Okay. So, do you still think that Bitcoin can go back to 10,000, 12,000?
Yeah, I do. I actually do. And I think, interestingly enough, am I able to show my charts on here? That would be awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what we are waiting for.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, Gareth, without charts, it's not possible.
Yeah, what is that, right? All right, here we go. So let me see. There we go. We got the charts up there. I don't know if you guys can pop it up there.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I just noticed on Bitcoin a couple of days ago that has me slightly concerned with the upward momentum is this, right? So you have this bullish consolidation, and what we saw was a move up where it tried to break out, and then you actually pulled back. And this is what's known as a topping tail, this candle right here. All right, topping tails are bearish signals. Basically, the thought process behind a topping tail is that bulls or buyers pushed it up, but then bigger money came from the top and pushed it back down, closing it in the lower levels here with a long tail on top. And that generally, if you look historically, topping tails signal the potential for downside momentum to start kicking in again. So again, I'm not saying it's a definitive negative, meaning that we're definitely going down. There's still a chance that we could negate it and go to 25,000, but I would say the probabilities at this point have flipped towards the slight negative on Bitcoin here with that topping tail formation. So if we do sell off, you're going to have support at 22,300 right here, which is the low of the consolidation. Then if you break that, you have 21,300, which is the FTX high before the collapse. And you can see right here, that was resistance until we broke it. If we get through that, then you come down towards this middle point right here, and eventually your double bottom. I still have it penciled in that we likely will see. I don't believe we have seen the lows yet on crypto. To me, this is a bear market rally. This is kind of a 2021 rejuvenation, but I don't believe that it's the low on the crypto markets yet.
Okay, so this is the first half. I'll come back again with Gareth's second half in my next podcast. Thank you. Keep enjoying. Look after yourself. If it's a bear market, I really want to see more bear market and red market actually, and I want to see Bitcoin coming down so that we have a golden chance of adding more Bitcoins. Thank you very much. Good luck. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi, my name is Sai Poorna. I'm an angel investor, entrepreneur, and an early adopter of cryptocurrencies, co-founder of Bitcoin Cafe, which is now rebranded as Meta V Cafe. Please join my podcast where I'll discuss about Bitcoin and investment into various cryptocurrencies. My success mantra is learn, unlearn and relearn. कुछ बातों का मतलब, कुछ मतलब की बातें, क्या मतलब?